What's stopping you from calling that whole buddy you haven't spoken to for years? He's a drunk and a fuck-up. He lives with his parents at 39 and got his kids taken by the state. Every time I talk to him, it's a pity party, and I'm over it. We were both idiots when we were younger, but I grew up and he didn't. Every time I talk to him, he has a new girlfriend. They date. He moves in. She gets sick of his shit. He moves back in with his parents, finds new girlfriend, moves in with her. They break up. Then he moves back in with his mom, wash, rinse, repeat. The fact he stopped caring. He got married 6 years ago. He kept his wedding very private. He barely invited anyone. I was the only one among our friends who showed up. He promised to keep in touch. I moved for years ago. He's never once made an attempt to come see my house. Other friends stopped talking to me during COVID too. Another friend in our group moved away. Both got mad I switched my work schedule so I can see my kid daily. Been for years. I have no regrets. He unfortunately became a braggart and obnoxious. Every time I've spoken to him, all he likes to do is brag about how much money he makes, how important he is and how great his life is. He doesn't even care about how I'm doing. He just wants to boast. Actually, my whole group of friends has come to the same conclusion, and all of us don't speak to him anymore. It's too bad because he was a good friend. We were in a bit of a fight, so I took a break from calling him, which I told him about. He kept pestering me about it and pissing me off. The more and more I thought about it, he has been a bad friend for 20 years. No intention of ever talking to him again, and wish I would have done it sooner. It's been almost 8 years. We have nothing in common anymore since high school, and our life experiences are completely different. Starting a convo with him would be no different to starting a convo with you, or anyone else in this thread. It's been so long that I didn't know their number, or even where they live. Unfortunately, I have an extremely common name, so looking them up yields hundreds of not thousands of hits. I have tried, but it's finding a needle in a haystack. Because he got heavily into drugs and accused me and our friends of having an orgy with his ex-wife. He told me to never contact him or his family ever again. He knows he was wrong, but he has not contacted me and I have moved on. I sort of check in on him from time to time on Facebook, and one time he posted a meme that said the reason our old friend hasn't contacted you is because he owes you an apology. I thought. Damn. Was that meant for me? I was raised Mormon, and almost all my friends and social circle were also Mormon. I left all that behind about 20 years ago, and I have no desire to stir up my past religious trauma by reconnecting with any of those people. He lied to get a VA disability check and military retirement, uses the money to buy pills, and the last time I invited him over he pulled up in a big lifted truck and made fun of my house. So I guess we drifted apart. I had bad friends we were all running away from something. Especially when something bad would happen, they would disappear and ghost until it was time to get fucked up again and pretend nothing matters. Just grew apart. Outlook on life. Political, even before all this division. Complained global warming was made at the very first it was mentioned in early 90s. Can't imagine what he's like now. I'm blocked. No idea why. For whatever reason, shortly after my wedding where he was a groomsman, he blocked me on every avenue. No way to get in contact with him. Been friends for 20 years. I suppose after going so long not talking to someone you both kinda assume that the other one is too busy and has no time for you, which just results in neither of you talking to each other. Last time I did, and we connected for a while, but it fell apart again because he didn't keep in touch after a follow-up from my end. No hard feelings or anything, I just moved on. He became very religious, which in itself isn't so bad. I'm just not interested in every conversation eventually turning to how I need to be saved and get right with God. Uncertainty about their current situation, you're not sure what's been going on in their life since you last spoke, and you're afraid of awkwardness if you bring it up. He's kind of a shitty person. We had some good times, but mostly I was just putting up with his shittiness. No room for PPL like that in my life anymore. I was in Romania for nearly a decade. I never spoke to my dude this time. When I came back, he was at the bar saying you again, I love him. I texted them a pic of the beef stew I made a few days ago, and they didn't respond. If you don't respond to my stew, I have nothing else to say. Well, I wouldn't have anything good or interesting to share about my life. I would just have to make things up, which I really hate doing. I just hate the phone and avoid at all costs. But when you get me on there, you can't get me off of it. My friend needs to call me. I met two friends we haven't spoken in years. Some things are things of the past. It gave me closure, I suppose. I hate myself, and deep down I think everyone else hates me too. I haven't reached out to anyone in years. You can only cancel on someone so many times before they realize that you're not going to make the effort. Best friend since high school is now dating my ex-wife. Haven't spoken to him in over 3 years. I'm good. The last time I saw him was when he tried to casually ask me to co-sign a loan for him and his new wife. The asshole didn't come to my wedding after I was a best man at his. Never calling him again. I don't have his number. I don't have anything to talk to him about. And he's kind of a dick. The fact that he stopped talking to me because of a prank, lol. I mean, it's just a prank. He will ask me what I do for a living. I don't want to tell him that I am jobless. He's not responding. Probably doesn't have that Discord account anymore. Thought that they haven't reached out to me either, so why should I? Most of my grade school friends have passed away, and I'm in my 30s. He turned into a racist prick and moved up to Cud Lane.